you guys, welcome back to the channel. We are one day closer to the Royal Rumble, and today we are talking about all of my predictions on the women entries. These are the 30 women that I think we will see show up Saturday, and a few of them we already know. There have been some people to declare, but I think there's going to be a lot of surprises in the women's especially, so let's get into it. This is in no particular order. These are just the 30 people that I think are going to show up, and I will give you my final four and my winner at the end. So, number one is Miss Raquel Rodriguez. We already know she's going to be there. She declared because she's got to protect Liv at all cost. So, don't be surprised to see Raquel when her music hits. Then, we have who we just talked about, Miss Liv Morgan. She lost her title at Raw on Netflix, and she is ready to come back in a big way and be back on top because, as she says, Liv is on top. Then, we are going to glow out with my girl Naomi. She is going to show up, she's going to show out, and she's going to make a big statement. She has had a big end of the year with getting the tag titles with Bianca because of Jade being out. And she's going to have an even bigger 2025. I'm ready for more storylines for her and for her to show that star power that we all know she has. Then, her tag partner, Bianca Belair. We already know she declared she's going to be there and she's a powerhouse. So don't expect anything less than my girl Bianca to show up, show out, and perform her ass off. Then we know that Nia's going to be there as well. Nia Jax is on a vengeance. She's ready to get that title back. Whether it be taking Rhea's title or taking Tiffy's title, she wants one of them. And frankly, she is going to do what she can to get one of them. But I don't expect Nia to go very far. I expect a lot of the women to team up against her and to get her out pretty early on. Then we have her little poison pixie friend, Candice LeRae. Expect Candice LeRae to come in and try to help Nia as much as she wants to and as much as she can so that Nia can get that spot. Then we have the wonderful Io Sky. I think she is one of the best women that we have on the roster. The ability that she has in the ring, the things that she can do in the sky, she is just amazing. So expect Io to have a big Royal Rumble to come in and to really showcase her sky-high moves. Pun intended. And now, I had Dakota Kai in this Royal Rumble. I thought it was going to be a big Royal Rumble for her. However, we know she is now out with a concussion. So, that eliminates Dakota Kai for me. I don't know what her time frame is. I don't know how she's going to be when it comes to the Royal Rumble. So, I'm going to go with Zelina Vega. She just got moved to SmackDown. She's ready to start a new feud. And I think that the Royal Rumble is the best way to do that for her. Plus, who doesn't love Zelina Vega? And, of course, we know the queen herself, Charlotte Flair, is showing up at the Royal Rumble. And expect her to really come back and come back strong because she's been out for too long and her eye is on that title. And another return that we're going to see, none other than the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was supposed to come back on Monday on Raw on Netflix, but they rewrote that at the last minute because they didn't want to take away from Rhea. Well, guess what? There's going to be no taking away here. The man is going to be back, and she is going to come in and cause chaos and cause fear in everybody, and everybody's going to know that she is there. And now, we've had a mystery going on the women's roster. Who attacked Jade? Well, I expect us to find out on Saturday. Miss Jade Cargill will show up and she will reveal her attacker and we will find out who actually hurt her and took her out. And then, of course, we have the TNA and WWE collab, and we know that Jordynne Grace is just finished up her TNA contract and has signed with WWE. Supposedly, she's throwing her mama birthday party, but I don't buy it, Jordynne. She's going to be there Saturday. She's going to show up and make her WWE debut as a WWE superstar. She was there last year. She made a great name for herself, but this is her first year as a WWE superstar, and I expect big things from her. Now, let's talk a little bit about my NXT girls, because you know a few of them are going to show up, one being the prodigy in Miss Roxanne Perez. Expect Roxanne to show up. Expect her to have a great performance and to start her main roster run. And expect her to start a feud with this next person, Bayley. We've seen her and Bayley going back and forth for a few weeks now, and I expect them to actually go back and forth in the ring at the Royal Rumble and start their feud, which I think is going to be great because I love Roxanne and I love what Bayley does in the ring, and so I think they're both going to be great together. Also, we're going to get Meechin. Of course we are. She's gotten a push lately. She's had a feud with Chelsea Green, so we are definitely getting Meechin on Saturday, entering the Royal Rumble. And with that being said, where there's Meechin, there's going to be Chelsea Green's security guard, Miss Piper Niven. Expect Piper to make a big statement. Expect her to find her next competitor, and she will show up and show out too. And honestly, can I see Piper go against Chelsea Green at some point? Because how interesting would that be? But back to the Royal Rumble. We are also going to see Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Now, I went back and forth on if I think we're going to see Sonya Deville, and I don't think so. I think that the whole point of the PFC, I hate that name, but I think the whole point is to showcase Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. So I think those two are going to get into the Royal Rumble, and I expect Sonya to be there just cheering them on. Now, of course, we're going to see Natalya, because what is a Royal Rumble without Natalya? She is a staple in the WWE, and frankly, I love her and would be disappointed if I didn't see her. So definitely expect Natalya to be there and bring that heart energy like she always does. And another person that I am hoping to see, I am not very confident because there's been a little bit of back and forth with some contract issues, but I am hoping that we get things solidified and Miss Alexa Bliss comes back on my screen on Saturday. I'm ready to see her back. I know she's ready to be back in that ring if everything works out well, and so it is time. Please bring her back. We also are going to see the pit bull herself, Ivy Nile. We haven't seen her a lot lately since she joined American Made. It's been more so about the boys, but I expect Ivy Nile to enter this Royal Rumble and to let us know that she's still here and she's still talented. And another return that I'm hoping for is Asuka. We have not seen Asuka in so long, and frankly, when I was doing this list, I almost forgot about her because it's been that long. But I am ready for Asuka to come back. We know she's a force. We know she is a star. And she needs to make her return on Saturday. Also, can we get Nikki Bella back on our screen Saturday? We've had a little bit of teaser. She was at Raw on Netflix. She's been talking a little bit about missing Nikki Bella. So please let her music hit on Saturday because I will be so happy. And going back to our NXT girls, a girl that just showed up and showed out against Jade and Bianca, Lash Legend. Expect Lash Legend to enter the Royal Rumble and to make a name for herself. Not that she hasn't already because we know her name, but expect her to make it even bigger. I also have speculation that we may see Miss Michelle McCool. And the reason why I say that is because she's been on the sidelines a lot lately. She's been at the events recently, and the WWE doesn't ever have coincidences. So I don't think it's a coincidence that Michelle's been there. I think we'll see her back on Saturday night, as well as another legend, Miss Trish Stratus. She always seems to come out during the biggest PLEs and what's bigger than the Royal Rumble besides WrestleMania. So expect to see Trish as well. I also think we could get Maxine Dupree and expect a little Maxine Ivy Nile feud after especially how Ivy treated her on Monday this past week, because she basically said she was an embarrassment, which she's not. I love Maxine, but expect those two to have a little back and forth and expect Maxine to enter her Royal Rumble. We also know that Lyra Valkyria is going to be there. Again, like I said in my men video, I don't really like when the title holders come, but Lyra's already declared, so we know she's going to be there. And another NXT girl that I expect to see, Miss Lola Vice. She has made a huge name in NXT, and I expect her to come up to the main roster soon. And my final 30th entry, my hoping and praying entry, is AJ Lee. I am a huge AJ Lee girl. I love her. I love everything that she did, and I am so ready for her to be back on my screen that I will probably freak out if it happens. So please, WWE Hunter, if you're watching this, bring AJ Lee back on Saturday because we need her. Now, with that being said, the women's division in WWE is probably the strongest it's ever been. NXT is strong, Raw is strong, SmackDown is strong. There's superstars everywhere. And then add in all of those people that are returning, and it just is blowing the roof off of this place. So, picking a top 4 was not easy. It was a pretty hard task, if I'm going to be honest with you, but I think I've solidified it. Now, I'm going to say my top 4 is number 1, Liv Morgan. I expect Liv Morgan to have a big run in the Royal Rumble because she is a star. She had a huge year last year, and she's not going to go away anytime soon, so I expect her to be in the Final 4. Then, I expect the tag champions to be in the Final 4. I expect Naomi and Bianca both to be there, and I expect them to show out during this Royal Rumble. But what I do think is going to happen is after Jade was eliminated, I think she's going to come back and seek her revenge on one of these girls and cost them their spot at this Royal Rumble. And then, of course, the queen herself, Charlotte Flair. And I feel like Charlotte Flair is a shoo-in to win this Royal Rumble, if I'm being honest. She is the queen, she is the legend, and every time she comes back to the WWE, they just give her pretty much everything, which I'm not, shaming for. There's obviously big spotlight, and I don't honestly think Charlotte should win this Royal Rumble, but I think she's going to, because we are definitely getting Charlotte and Tiffy at WrestleMania, and I think this is the best way to set that up. So, my winner is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Now, let me know who you guys think is going to win. Who you think is going to show up? Is there any returns that you think is going to happen that I might have missed? Comment below and let me know. I am super excited for this Royal Rumble, you guys. I cannot wait. And we only have one day to go. It is tomorrow. Today is Friday and tomorrow is Saturday. And we are ready for this Royal Rumble. Like, subscribe, and share my videos.